Hi guys, welcome to this new video on Docker. So in this video, we will learn how to use the Docker container. So previously I had started some Docker containers. Let's see how many are running. I have to do sudo. So clear it. See containers running. So no containers are running. Let's see. So I will stop these two containers. I will remove these containers with Docker rm and image id. So I have removed these two containers and I have no container running and I have one image in my local, which is the Jenkins image. So previously we did what? We created a container and then started the container like this: docker create and the container, the image id. So what we did here, we created an image, created a container out of this Jenkins image. So it will not be started, we just created the image. So let's see, docker yes doc. Yeah, you can see I just created the image, but it has not been started. So for starting the container, what I will use is I will use start. So docker docker start and the container id. So I have started the container. Let's see it is running or not. You can see it is up for 3 seconds. So now there is a shortcut. I will not say shortcut, but there's another way of running a container, which is like docker run. So it is like docker run. What will do? It will pull the image. If it is not present in the local, then it will create and it will start, and it will go inside the container. Like it will get attached to the container. So what we did here, we just downloaded our image. We just pulled the image. Then we manually created the container and then started the container. Docker run will do all of this. Like the run command is a combination of these three. It will pull, then create, then start, and then also gets attached to the container. So let's see docker. So docker run, and if I do Jenkins or Jenkins, yeah, you can see I'm inside the container, and these are the logs of the Jenkins. So what I did here, I did docker run. So run is a combination of pull, create, and start, and then it gets attached to the containers PID1. So the containers PID1 of Jenkins is like Bintini. So this is the Bintini, and you can see the logs. I will get out of this. You can see the container gets shut down because I pressed Control plus C. This Control plus C killed the uh, PID1, which is the Bintini. So the container got stopped. So what is this attaching to the container mean? Like attaching to the container means getting inside the PID1 of the container. That is, if you're running like here, I'm running a Jenkins image. I got into the Bintini and I pressed Control C. I killed the Bintini, so the container also got killed. So if I kill the PID1 inside the container, any container, not just Jenkins, if I kill the PID1, the containers also get killed. So what if I don't want to get inside the container? Like if I do this, you can see I'm getting inside the container and I'm getting attached to the PID1 of the container, which is Bintini. So what if I don't want that? So we can use like a deflag. So let's clear it out. I got out of the container, pressing Control C, and what I can do is docker run and this D. What is this D? This will run this container in detached mode. You can see the container got created, and this is the container ID, and I am not inside the container. So I still use run, but I'm not inside the PID1 of the Jenkins image. Like I didn't get attached to the container. So this D flag is detached flag. So earlier we have discussed like PID1 in my system is like systemd or init, and PID1 inside the container can be anything. So let's check. If I start this container in detached mode and docker yes, let's go inside this container and execute a command. Like I want to get attached to the container, so what I'll do, docker exec, and I will execute. Yeah, I will execute bin bash in interactive mode. So what I did here is like I'm running bin bash inside this container using interactive mode. So I will go inside this container right now. I think the network is a bit slow. So previously what I did here was I had a docker image. Let me sudo first. Yeah, so I'm inside the, I'm the root now. So clear the screen. Docker this. I will start of this container. Idea. I've started the container and I will go inside this container. I will attach, like I want to execute bin bash inside the container. So what I will do is docker exec interactively inside this container. And what I want to run, it is bin bash. So you can see I'm inside this container. So let's see what is the PID1 inside this container. So you can see the PID1 inside this container is Jenkins. But outside, I mean in the host, the PID1 is like the PID1 is like, yeah. So let's see what is the PID1 inside my host. You can see the PID1 inside my host is 1. Like the PID1 inside my host is init. So this is the difference. Like here it is Bintini and here it is init. So these two process IDs are completely separated from each other. But from the parent process ID, this process tree was created. So you can see this process tree from inside the parent, which is this root. So now previously I ran a command, this one. So what I did was I ran bin bash. I want to run bin bash inside this container in an interactive way. So this is how exec work. And there is another command which is attach. So what attach does, like the difference between attach and exec, like in using exec you can run any command inside the container. But using attach you can get attached to the PID1 of the container. Like the PID1 inside this Jenkins is like Bintini, so you will get attached to Bintini. But if you want to run bin bash inside the container of Jenkins, you have to use exec. So this is the difference. So let's check out what is the attach will do. Look attach. I will paste the, sorry, I copied it. I have attached. You can see I got attached to the container, which is the Jenkins container. When I got attached to the Jenkins containers PID1, which is Bintini. So this is the difference between attach and exec. So now I will get outside this container. Yeah, I am out of this container. So now I will run a Ubuntu image. Let's run a Docker image. Sorry, Ubuntu image. Docker run. So see, Ubuntu image was not found in my local. So what Docker did was Docker went to the Docker hub or the Docker repository, pulled the image, and then created the container and then started. So this run is a combination of 3 commands, which I told you. So you can see it was downloaded. It just pulled, I mean, from the Docker repository, the Docker hub, and then created the container and then started the container. Let's see it has started or not. Yes. But you can see that it started and execute. Like you can see it has started, but it has been executed. Yeah, you can see that it was created 53 seconds ago and it executed 53 seconds ago. Like it like it ran for some time, but it got executed. Why? Because it ran bin bash and then got out. Like it ran it for some time and then got out because bin bash was not in an interactive way. So I want to go inside the bin bash of this Ubuntu. So what I will do here is I do Docker run in an interactive way. So what I will do is you got like here I wanted to say like the Docker image ran for a few seconds and then got exited because inside bin bash I was not like the bin bash got exited and the whole container ran for a few seconds. But if you want to go inside this bin bash, you have to do it in an interactive way. So what you will do is like run it Ubuntu. See, you are inside Ubuntu. You do you're interacting with this container right now. It sorry. You can see you are inside this Ubuntu container and you are inside this bin bash. Now if you get out of this container, yeah, I got out of this container, and what I will do is Docker. Yes, you see the Ubuntu container is running because what I did was I interacted with the, like while running the container I did use a flag IT, and then what I did was I did control PQ, which is like getting out of the container, getting out of that PID, like getting out of that PID1, which is bin bash, without closing the container. So there is another way to do this is like we can use itd. So what it will do the same thing. See, it does the same thing, and Docker page you will see two containers. This one and this one both are running because I did it. I ran it in a detached mode. This is the same thing which I did. Now let's see like if I can reach a container from inside this. Like let's see the Docker. Let's see the let's inspect the container. Docker inspect. I will do this first one. And what I will do is like I will get the IP. Oh, yes, this is the IP of this container. So let's ping it from outside. I will ping it in this. I will ping the container. Which container? I will ping these containers IP from outside. So I will do like ping. Yeah, I'm able to ping it. And the same thing if I do from my browser, like the Edge or Chrome, which I am using in my like in my like from where I'm accessing this SSH into the EC2 instance, like my own laptop. I will not able to do that. Why? So let's see why we cannot do that. So as you can see this diagram, like this is my host machine, which is the EC2 instance, and inside this I have created I have created three containers, container C1, C2, and C3. I have created like these three containers I have created, right? And I can access this container from my host. Like this is my EC2 instance. Right here. This is my EC2 instance. So I can access this containers. I can ping them from anywhere from here, like from anywhere from my host. This is the host. Like this is the Linux machine I created in the EC2 instance. So that is why I can access any containers inside the host. But what if I try to access the containers from my Windows machine? I cannot access them. Why? Because I am not able to. I will not be able to access this C1 and C2, C3 because there is the IP address. There is no routing to those containers. So what we can do is like we can do a port forwarding. So what is port forwarding? You can see this is my EC2 instance. This EC2 instance will have an IP, and what I will do is like I will this IP and this machine will have a port. Let's say that port is 8080, 8080 of the host. So what I will do is like I will just forward this port to one of the containers. And port 8080 of this EC2 instance, I will forward to the container, and I will run the container into the container. So this is known as port forwarding. So what I did is like my Windows machine will my Windows machine. Let's say this is my laptop, and I'm running Edge or Chrome. So what I will do is like I will provide my EC2 instance IP. Let's say it can be anything. Then 8080, and then I will be able to access the container. Let's say C1 is running Jenkins. So what I have to do port forwarding here by running the container. So what is the like what I have to do is like I'm showing you. So I have to do what while running the container one is to Docker run this P flag I have to use 8080, and I will forward it to 8080, then Jenkins /Jenkins. So what I did here is like I forwarded this is my this is my EC2 instance port, and this is the port which is mentioned in the Jenkins image. You cannot change this, but you can change this. This is defined in the image, like where the process will run and which port it will run inside the container. So, and this is the port of your this 80 is port of the EC2 instance, and this port is like defined in the Jenkins image where the P1 will run. P1 will run inside the Jenkins image. So this is like what is port forwarding. So what I will do, I will put a request like this in my Edge or Chrome. What this will do is this will take me to the EC2 instance 8080 port, and from there it will be forwarded to the Jenkins container. So this is what is known as like port forwarding. So let's do the practical. Now let's see what are the images running in my machine. Docker. Yes, both are like Ubuntu images, so I will run the Jenkins image. Docker run P80 Jenkins /Jenkins. So what I did is like I forwarded 8080 to the containers 8080 port, which is running in Jenkins. Yeah, Jenkins. I will run this. Just spelling mistake here. Yeah, spelling mistake. Yes. So it is running, and you can get out of this container. You get out of this container, run it again in a detached mode, so I can get the IP. Now I can run this. Like sorry, I can run this also. So I'm running here, and let me get the EC2 instance IP, public IP. So now I will be able to access this Jenkins by using the instance like EC2 instance IP, then 8080 port, and then it will get forwarded to the Jenkins 8080, like the port inside the container, which is 8080. Then the Jenkins image, like Bintini, 8080 port, and I will get the login page or something Jenkins have like given in 8080 port. It will appear in my web browser. So this is how you can do the port forwarding, like access the container from outside the like your host machine. So thanks a lot for the video. Thanks a lot, and I will see you in my next Docker video. Thanks a lot for watching. Signing off.